Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is indeed a very special occasion for me. It is my privilege, it is my proud privilege to be talking to you on this first convocation of yours. I am extremely glad that the curriculum has been redone. We have to keep pace with the modern world, with the developed world. In order to reach their standard, we need to be continuously reviewing what we are teaching to keep current with the latest technologies in the world. Therefore, I am very glad that this curriculum has been redone. The other thing that I noted specially was the induction of a new faculty, a faculty based totally on merit. We must remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the two ills that have afflicted our society in Pakistan has been corruption and nepotism. If you can merely put the right people at the right places, this nation has no dearth of resources, this nation has no dearth of talent to progress and prosper. This is my experience of the last 6 or 7 years, where, believe me, when people say I've turned the economy around or I've converted a corporation from debit to a surplus, all that I have done, believe me, is just to put one man in charge who was the correct man. That was my job, nothing else. So therefore, I am specially impressed by the fact that merit has been upheld in the induction of faculty. Unless the faculty is based on merit, no merit can be upheld in this university. So therefore, faculty, a high quality faculty, is the basic prerequisite to ensure proper teaching and proper quality in the students. So I am very glad that this has been done. The young graduates, first of all, I would like to congratulate all the graduates who have been awarded degrees today. I am sure your parents, if at all they are sitting here, must be proud of you for having got the degrees today. I would also like to congratulate all the medal winners who were awarded the medals for their merit, for having secured top positions in whatever subject they've done. They have been awarded a cash prize of 10,000 rupees from Tufail Saab. Let me double it for all the students. I'll give 10,000 from my side, and if we take the names of all the students, I would like to double their award. So this is a very good beginning for merit, for quality. When it was mentioned that our students do well abroad, let me tell you, with my experience of interacting within the international community, having done courses abroad also, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that as a race, we are second to none. Maybe we are the best in the world mentally. Today, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the funding of Higher Education Commission for Higher Education, which stood at 600 million rupees about 5 years back, you will be proud to know that today it is 22 billion rupees. But all this has been possible, ladies and gentlemen, because this nation's economy has turned around and we have more money available in the economy, in the nation. Therefore, more money can be diverted to the education sector. Let me also tell you that I am a strong believer that if the nation has to progress and to prosper, human resource development is the key to prosperity. This is a knowledge-driven world. The total GDP of the Muslim Ummah is something like $2,000 billion, which is half the GDP of, less than half the GDP of one country, Japan, less than the GDP of so many other Western countries. The total GDP of 57 Ummah countries. This is because we are nowhere in this knowledge-driven world. So therefore, human resource development is the only way to propel us forward. And if we don't manage this today, we will lag behind. We will not be able to sustain our economic growth if we don't develop our human qualities. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I come to the fact of education being developed in an holistic manner. That today we have allocated funds for all sectors of education. Now talking of where I am standing today, this center of learning as far as animal sciences or veterinary and animal sciences are concerned, I am very glad at this development. I have just done the opening ceremony of this laboratory, a research laboratory. This will enhance our exports and therefore contribute to our economy. I have seen the development of the new structures and the new buildings, which the credit of which goes, of course, to the Vice Chancellor for having done it, but also to the backup given by the Chief Minister and the Governor. I am very glad that this development has taken place. Again, I would like to reiterate, this has been possible only because the economy of Pakistan is doing well. Now in your subjects, as a layman, I don't understand, but I keep seeing, I think we as a nation are not an animal-friendly nation. I don't think we are an animal-friendly nation, to be frank. We don't breed well, don't breed our animals well to produce better quality. When I went to New Zealand, there was a New Zealander who told me that, you know, your Sahiwal cow is excellent and we are crossbreeding and getting better cows. Now I felt ashamed, I didn't know what is the excellence of Sahiwal cow. And he told me that, do you know what is the speciality of Sahiwal cow? He said that your cow, Sahiwal cow, can move its skin, and therefore ticks don't sit on it. Whereas our cows wag their tail, they can't move their skins. That is the difference between Sahiwal cow and their cows. I asked many people here, they did not know. It's a terrible shame that I have to go to New Zealand to find out what a Sahiwal cow is. And they are crossbreeding their cows with our cows and producing better species, and we don't even know that this is the speciality of our breeds. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to commend you for all that is happening here. I hope that in the future you are able to convert our society into better animal-friendly society, that you are able to look after the animals in Pakistan and also impart that knowledge down to the people who use those animals. And also, of course, then cure them whenever they have a disease. So they say prevention is better than cure. So first of all, educate them to prevent the disease and then treat them whenever they have the disease. So this is what I would like to convey to you. I am very glad that job opportunities for you have increased in Pakistan and that you are able to get jobs, because with added qualifications of doctors and MSCs, and you must get jobs here. But remember, even if you don't have the job here, you will have value in the international market, and when you go into the international market, you will still be serving the cause of Pakistan, because I know nobody can ever forget his or her roots. Your roots belong to this place, so whoever goes abroad will also remember the roots, and that is Pakistan. Let me give a donation, an immediate. Futuristically, one can give much more, of 1 crore rupees immediately to the Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.